All right, let's cross over to Nanyuki, where the Ministry of Tourism is this hour celebrating the successful translocation of 21 eastern black rhinos from locations of Olpejeta Lewa Conservancies in the region. Let's cross over and listen in. As I do understand, the Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, Dr. Alfred Mtua, is currently speaking.
Yes, I have one question.
Yes.
It's about in your previous statement you have talked about the government is not going to allow sport hunting or poaching. Has there been external pressure to force the government to open sport hunting in the country?
No, I think the pressure that is there is coming from us to our friends in the various African countries that we cannot afford to open this up, because what happens is that when you introduce sport hunting, people are hunting, they're getting into that culture where we were of ivory, of rhino horns, you know, and if they don't get enough from the sport hunting, what will they do? They'll come for the ones that are alive. You'll start hearing that a Loisaba rhino is missing its horns, because now we've introduced that market into the world. So we are sending a message to the rest of our African brothers and sisters that where we are right now, the idea, the issues of hunting, so that you can do it for sports is gone. Those are things that were done in the 50s, 60s, 70s. Now we are much wiser, and let's do things a bit better.
One question. You talked about fencing. What priority areas are you fencing, and do you have a budget?
Yes, we've already started fencing. We had a budget of 300 million, which we tendered, and I think as per yesterday I was informed all the people who won the tenders have been given contracts. We are fencing in many places in this country. We are fencing in the Abadeas. We are fencing here in Samburu area, in Laikipia. We are fencing in Makueni. We are fencing at the coast. So we are fencing all over. And we are going to look and see how we can inject another 300 million very soon to continue with the fencing program. Because it is sad when a parent is killed by an elephant or a lion because the lion meandered into where the people live. We are also running initiatives to teach people about wildlife corridors. Animals have behaviors, whereby with the end of rainy season or lack of rainy season, they moved. You hear about the Masai Mara, moving from Serengeti to Mara. It's because it was a corridor. The animals moved. Even today, the animals still move. But unfortunately, when they go into those corridors, you see an elephant coming where they were supposed to pass, where they have been passing for generations, is a homestead, is a school, is a farm. Because we moved in and we got settlements where we did not think about the wildlife corridors. So we'll be looking at how we can post so Wananchi know that this is a wildlife corridor. So expect an elephant anytime. And that if you are going out to cultivate in an area, we'll put signage telling you this is an animal migration corridor. So that ukikuta mahindi zako zimeliwa zote, usililie KWS wakulipe. That you want to be paid by KWS because your feed has been eaten. Because you will be aware that this is a corridor. You will be telling your children when you're coming from school, don't pass through here because this is a wildlife corridor. They may not be here now, but they have been using this route for, centuries, and they'll still come. It's like they have a GPS when they are born in their heads, and they will always pass through that route to go to somewhere else.
Just a question, Brother Waziri. In countries like Namibia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa, they practice the honing of rhinos as an anti-poaching measure. Do we also practice that in Kenya?
No, we do not. We believe that a rhino needs to live the way it was created by God, with all its with all its horns and all other body parts, so that people can enjoy seeing the rhino and the rhino can live a free life. It is our responsibility to protect that rhino through community initiatives like these ones, through protection of those animals, through the various conservation efforts that have been supported by many in the world, so that we can keep those rhinos the way they were supposed to be, the way they were created.
Waziri, that is equivalent to FGM. If you put it the other way around.
Singesema hiyo.
Interview, please.
Is anything?
Yeah.
Hadi tumemaliza.
Tumemaliza. DG, 2 questions, please.
Okay.
On statistics.
Okay.
Dr. Alfred Mtua, Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, addressing concerns on human-wildlife conflicts in the country. This as he leads a delegation in Nanyuki in celebrating the successful translocation of 21 eastern black rhinos from 3 locations of Olpejeta and Lewa Conservancies in the area.